Hello and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have a Ressha Sentai Tokkyuger review for you. This is Toq-Oh. This is the front of the box. This is the side where it shows you all the different trains and what they merge to become. Other side of the box shows how the trains can get put into the Tokkyu changer. This is the top of the box. Nice picture of Toq-Oh. Here's the bottom. And here is the back. Again, it shows you all 5 of the trains, and Toq-Oh shows you down the bottom how they can become one large train, which I will show you, and also how they fit in the Tokkyu changer. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy out of the box. Okay, so here are the 5 trains out of the box. Yellow, blue, red, green, and pink. I'm going to show you yellow first. The trains have a decent bit of detailing on them. Pink and yellow are pretty much exactly the same, just kind of mirror imaged, because this is the connection for when it connects to be the arm. And obviously it's on this side on yellow and this side on pink. Now they can detach right here in the middle. And you see here, you can flip this part out and put it on like this to make it kind of a train that can a little bit more flexible. And then they just snap back together like that. Same with green and blue. They're also very similar. And again, right here, you can pull it apart and then it flips out. I will show you how they become a large train later on. And then this is red. Red kind of looks like a traditional like choo-choo train, but much longer. And then again, snaps apart here at the front. Now this is Toq-Oh's weapon. It kind of looks like a railroad crossing, partition. Like this, it looks like a gun, or this can flip 90 degrees and now it's a sword. And you can also flip it another 90 degrees. And then right here, this can clip onto this spot right here on the top of the red one. So you could store it on top of the train like that. Alright, so I'll go ahead and show you how they can all become a large train. Okay, what I've done is I've kind of put them all together. And I mean, it's a really huge train when you separate the sections and put it all together. It almost doesn't even fit on my table, so I kind of had to snake it around. But it's definitely huge. I mean, when you try to pull it, it very often just kind of comes apart because it's so big. What I've done here is just taken the front section of each train and joined them together, and that's a lot more manageable, so you can kind of get that to go back and forth. So there's lots of combinations. I mean, you can do the trains in any order you wish because they all have a front connector and a back connector. Some of them have the hole molded into the front or have this section molded into the back. Some of them have it where you can push it in, like I think this one's molded in. This is molded in the front as well. But this one you can push it in when you're not using it. Oh no, I'm sorry, this one's also molded in. Okay, so I guess the front sections, they're all molded in. I'm noticing this just now, so here you go. The front sections have it molded in on both the front and the back. But say example, here's the back section of green. This one folds out in both sections and then flips under when you're not using it. So, like I said, you can do a huge train with all the sections, or you can, do a smaller train with just these front sections. It's, a lot of playability, a lot of different combinations here. Okay, so I've got the trains all connected back together. I'm going to go ahead and merge them into Toq-Oh. I'm going to take these two and just kind of put them off to the side for a second. The first thing you're going to do is, on blue and green, you'll notice they both have these sections where it's like a larger section and then a smaller section. And here on red, he's got this gray piece. That's going to go in here and then slide back. You can hear it click into place. Now, if you want to take this off, you have to hold down this blue button, because that releases the piece inside and will allow you to slide it back off, because this black piece pushes in, and then once it slides past it, it pops back out, and that's what keeps it in place. So you're going to do the exact same thing with green, with this gray piece and this section right here. I'm going to go ahead and take this off for now. So now you've got these three trains. They're going to be pretty much one solid section. So you'll see here on green, there's a hole, and there's a similar one on that side of blue. That is for the arm connections. So you're going to take pink, and you're going to fold out the arm connection. Plug that right in. Come over here and do the same with yellow. Plug that right in. So now you kind of have the robot mode lying down on the ground, which is kind of funny. It's all one solid piece. I think it's kind of a cool look. Kind of reminds me of like a Fortress Maximus base mode or something to that effect, where it's just kind of the whole thing lying down on the ground. But I think it's cool. I love the colors. I mean, this whole season of Super Sentai is very much about colors and imagination. It's kind of the running theme. So I think it's fun because it's so bright. And there's a kind of a joke on the internet, Trainbow, taste the Trainbow, like the Skittles commercial. But it's definitely very, very colorful. The next thing you can do is these trains will fold up to form the feet. And I'm going to back up a little bit and pan up. These down here will fold to become fists. This whole section in the middle will flip up. And I know that looks kind of wrong, but you fold this section right here forward 90 degrees, and then this will just clip in right there and become his chest. Now these two sections, the blue and the green right here, I'm going to try to back up a little bit more so I can get this in. These will fold down and then turn 180 degrees. Same on this side. And then this section in the back will fold down just like that. And then this will come out, flip around, and see these two holes right here. These two pegs will peg right in there. And it'll all snap. You'll hear it snap. And then these two pieces here, which I think are pretty cool. I'm going to try to get real close. You can see they look like subway doors on the face. Or I should say, they will move to reveal the face. I really like the head sculpt. It really reminds me of like a G1 Transformer. I think it's really cool. Then right here, you can see this joint. That'll click out, and same here on the blue one. And that just kind of gives them a little bit more stability. Sorry, I know this is trying to get a good angle here. There we go. Now he is a little bit darker than he's showing up on camera. I think it's just because my lights are kind of bleeding him out a little bit. But there he is, Toq-Oh. Okay, so here is Toq-Oh with his sword. I definitely think he's very cool. I mean, he's smaller than, say, like a Tokkyuger from the last line of Sentai, and he doesn't have any lights or sounds, but he's got a lot of possibility. He's got connector ports kind of all over, and he's got ports on the side here of the legs, and all kinds of different combinations are possible. I definitely think he looks really fun. Like I said, he's definitely very bright, and the colors are a lot of fun. The sword here, if you want it to be the gun, all you do is push this part forward, and then he's got the gun. But he's definitely got a lot of possibilities for combination. I mean, because of how the trains come off, you know, a lot of trains are going to be connecting on as new arms and stuff like that. So, there we go. I think it's definitely very cool. I love the colors on it. When I first saw the design of it, I didn't really care for it, but now that I have it in hand, I definitely like it a lot more. I think it's going to be a fun Sentai, and I'm very excited to see the other trains that are going to be coming down the pike. The other cool thing about the gun, he does have two ports here and here on top of the blue and green trains, and there is a peg right here, how we attach it to the red train. So it can attach on either side. I'll pan up just a little bit. As like a shoulder-mounted gun, which I think is really cool. It kind of reminds me of like a Transformers Generation 1 Sideswipe or Red Alert or something like that. I think that's a really cool little feature. Especially when, you know, if he changes out both of his arms for new trains and then he can put his gun on his shoulder for more firepower. I think it's really cool. So overall, I think Toq-Oh is a very cool giant robot from Super Sentai. I'm always tempted to use the term Megazord because that's from the US, but he's technically not a Megazord. He's a, I don't know, mecha or giant robot, whatever you want to say. But I definitely think he's very cool. Like I said, I'm getting very excited the more episodes of this Sentai that I see. It's really starting to get interesting, and they're introducing more trains, so there's going to be new combinations with the robots and everything. I definitely think he's very cool. He's a little expensive because the fact that he doesn't have lights and sounds, I would think. He's pretty much the same price as like Kyoryugen, but Kyoryugen had a lot of lights, and well, not really lights, but a lot of sounds and a lot of possibilities for sounds in the future with all the different Judenchi. But the cool thing about this is with the trains, you take the trains right off the Megazord, or I should say the Sentai robot, right here at the legs and the arm that I showed you. Basically the 5 little trains I had in a row in the middle of the review, they fit directly into the Tokkyuger, so they kind of function as the Judenchi in this line. They're what are going to prompt the different sounds in the Changer and other roleplay toys. And the other trains that come down the line are going to have the same capabilities. So when you get a new train, you're going to be able to use it in the Sword or in the Changer or attach it to the Megazord. So it's kind of fulfilling all of the functionality in one toy instead of having the robots and the Judenchi to combine together. So it's a cool idea. It's definitely a new gimmick for this line, and I think it's working out pretty nicely so far. But tell me what you think in the comments. If you like this guy, if you like the gimmick with the Ressha or trains this season, tell me what you think. Please like, please share this video, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.